it's not a difficult subject in one sense, but really it is in that integrity to me is one of the more difficult aspects of living the Christian life, because integrity is walked out. And one of the problems, not just with, and problems is not probably the best word, but one of the problems with preaching about things like this is people assume if you're preaching about it, you've mastered it, and trust me, I haven't. Matter of fact, the majority of time that I'm preaching to myself and hoping I hit somebody. So that's just that's reality. You know, when you think, you know what, I've got this mastered, and let me tell you how to do it, would not be realistic. But let's kind of as we walk through this together and challenge one another this morning, we'll get into talking about integrity. Horses and horse training is really a great example of integrity, because what we're doing with horses is we're taking a horse and we're having one standard. With horses, I'm always training at least two horses. So I've got the thinking and the reactive. I've got that part that's willing and not willing. So when you start, and especially with wild horses, sometimes it's really obvious that, you know, they get the left eye on you, they go, nope, want anything to do with you, the right eye's on you, and they say, okay, I can accept that. It's really interesting, and some are very right brain, left brain. But we're always working with at least two horses. In life, we're always working with at least two of ourselves. There's that willing part, you know, the stereotypical demon on one side, angel on the other, whispering. The reason that we all relate to that, or that kind of makes sense, is because that's kind of life. I go, yeah, I know I need to do this, but I'm not doing it right, or I know I don't need to do this, and I'm struggling with that, and so integrity is really getting it all together. The word integrity, the integer, for those of you that are mathematically inclined, so it's a whole number, so there's no fraction, there's no schism. So integrity, integrated, means we're all kind of thinking the same thing. Closely related to that is the word faithful. So in the Bible it says God is faithful, tells us we need to be faithful. The other word that's closely related is the word sincere. So sincere it comes from a Latin word, really two words, and that really came about during the kind of the artistic Renaissance. A lot of sculptures were being made, and they would be sold on the marketplace. And the sculptures sometimes would have a crack, and so if the sculptures had a crack, a lot of times the person selling it would cover it, fill it with wax, and then paint it, and nobody knew the difference until they got it home and it got exposed to heat. So there was this word sincera, two words, means no wax. So they would in the marketplace, if it was placed there and had this is no wax, this is sincere, this is sincera, then people would know that it doesn't have any flaws that are covered up. It may have flaws, they just didn't cover them up. And so I think that's really a great example of kind of what we're talking about.